everybody, Wheezemere, we're back about 12:30. Did not take long, aside from me like falling asleep in chapter 1, going through getting some cash. That said, we're back. We're going to check out Pouncy Pouncer now, wrap things up with Miss Tough Luck. And I was not a huge fan of Warblade Whacker. Not horrible. I've never been a huge fan of the combos because they're tough to execute. I found those to be a bit lacking. Really, I guess the best part of that path was Wave Goodbye, which is a nice compliment, particularly if you're just a fan of spamming that primary attack. But then again, if you are a huge fan of the primary attack, you would definitely want, the combos to tack on with it. If nothing else, just by pure coincidence of button spamming. But what interests me is Pouncy Pouncer, and why? Because of the health, because of the healing there at the end. That, to me, it's classic life elements, and that's what I am intrigued by. So, we'll come in here. That didn't even take long enough for my peppermint to go away. So, for the people that always complain, like, you've got a peppermint in your mouth, well, I still do. So, that's it. Right now, we're going to get started with Poison Ivy. Clover Patches in Pounce mode do more damage. 1054 is the price with our discount. Let's go ahead and pick that up. I think the 30 to 45 we saw in the base upgrade video was in a life zone, so I'm thinking it was 20 to 30. And I can't get it to register here. Let's see if it does now, actually. No, it's not going to do it. Weird how that works. But anyway, we'll deal with that in a little bit. So we've got damage, increased damage there from our Clover Patches. And now we've got Powerful Pounce, so the Traptanium Warblade attack from Pounce mode. So this isn't upgrading directly, attack 1, attack 1, attack 1. This is essentially you're in Pounce mode, which is your secondary attack, and then you press attack 1, the X button here on the X bone, and that should be an upgrade from 99 to 148. That's our baseline, so we should jump up from there. Price with our discount is $13.64, so let's grab that and see what we've got. Just to clarify, primary attack right now. 99 to 39 is from the Glaive Wave, the final base upgrade. It's 39.58. That's basically, that thing, like the emerald green that shoots out. And then up close and personal, you're going to do the 99 to 148. So then in Pounce mode, we would come out and do 99, 148. That's still what we're doing. Am I missing something here? Let's see. Traptanium Warblade attack from Pounce mode does more damage. Huh. Let's see if they increase the damage on the tertiary, because there's no damage increase on the primary at all. So, oh, that got increased though. 504 on the Clover. That is nuts. I've not seen the rainbow anytime I've done from the Clover mode. 504 to 756. Good grief. There's the rainbow. We're not in Clover mode. We get a rainbow. And it's still the same. So 504 to 756 on Powerful Pounce. 504 to 756 is going to be our Warblade stab from Pounce mode. And like I said, in Pounce mode, pressing the primary attack button, we still do standard numbers, not only on the Glaive Wave, but also just on our standard, box stock primary attack. Yet then tertiary attack it, and she's getting the damage bonus. So can you? No, I think it canceled. You cannot do the hold and locate attack, but still, that's pretty impressive. So 504 to 756, that is nuts. And that's going to be really beneficial, because I'll be running around in this to regen health or just damage the enemies with a trail, and then instead of using the primary, I'll just basically use the tertiary all the time. And it looks cooler anyway. So this path is already better. And to finish it off, we get what was my main interest in the path to begin with, which is 4-leafed clover. Touching clover in pounce mode restores HP. 1860 is our price. So essentially, while we run around in pounce mode for 20 seconds, we will restore someone's Hewlett Packard. So it's not going to register here, but oh, it does. So basically, you just kind of roam in and around, and you're able to. Let's do a full run here, just kind of doing that same pattern of basically a small circle, and see how many times we get the health increase. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4, I'd say you might get 4 to 5. I'm not sure how you distinguish which one's clover. That's 3, 4. So roughly 4 plus 20, which that's a big deal, you know. That is the difference between dying or being critically low and then basically, you know, healing back up to a sustainable level to finish an enemy off. So before we go, I guess we should get that sweet soul gem. And we don't do that to get it.
Ready for another magic?
So, Soul Gem is the Garden of Pain. It's an awesome Soul Gem. I'm a big fan of it. Hold Y and press X. That's literally it. You press X. There's no delay. There's no charge time. There's no run time. No load time. No downtime. It's just instantaneous. Instant gratification. It's simplicity at its finest, and it deals a crud ton of damage. So, hold Y, press X to grow spiky blades of grass, which have an pretty sweet range, might I add, that do massive damage. In this case, massive to the tune of 200 to 300 per instance. So 2480 is the price. Let's grab that. And this is a great soul gem. It's one that's easily executed. And if you're like me and you prefer the tertiary attack over the primary and secondary, it's just that much better. So we come in like we're going to hold and charge that, and then you just press X, which I did not do. But you just instantaneously go down, it shoots up spiky grass, it does 200 to 300. You can be a long ways away, and you can see the range on that thing. It's a good, well-rounded soul gem in my opinion. You can abort out, essentially. If you start thinking about it, we've got the rainbow, so I could just, you know, let's set it up. So there's the rainbow, so I want to go and take advantage of the rainbow, right? So I just release Y. If we just get there's the rainbow again, so we release Y and do 360. No rainbow, so I press B and we do spike to grass. And instead of doing 180 to 240, we do 200 to 300. So simple math: increase in devastation, decrease in enemies, increase in your likelihoods of completing the level, right? So, I don't know if I've ever done that in Trap Team. That's funny.
Very well, but please.
Alright, so my bad there. I am tired. I'm hoping while I render and upload these videos, I can work on the back end of episode 161 in Minecraft, because I'm ridiculous. I know if right now if I started playing Animal Crossing, I'm going to chapter 2 if I could ever get there. But if I started playing my nightly Animal Crossing right now, I would be asleep in like 5 minutes. Probably with the 3DS open and my head in a really awkward position, and I'd wake up and be like, what? You know, in like 40 minutes I'd be like, why is my 3DS open? You know?
Supposedly you could ask,
who's moving out of town? I'd have some like
first order of business?
dramatic,
How about we unlock that door over there?
nightmare of Animal Crossing events or something. So the main thing, this is a life zone, so that's the 30 to 45 we saw last time. Let's see with the life zone increase from 30 to 45 of the poison ivy.
That ought to be easy sneezy, right?
If they'll come. Come on. Oh, they're pathetic. 54, 81. So 54 to 81 in here, which... How do we want to kill that guy? Let's do the soul gem, shall we? So... Dun dun dun. Oh, I was a button over. Okay, well. Let's just do this and battle Tussle Sprout. Save a little bit of time. I hadn't done that in a while. Oh, dang it, it's in a life zone too. I'm an idiot. Oh well, we'll do, we'll practice this. So, this is all soul gem.
Me if you can.
That's all I'm gonna do is the soul gem, and it worked beautifully. So that's why the soul
Tussle
gem is
Sprout
nice.
defeated.
Back, 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 back.
Put
No,
him
no, no. Yes, yes. Let me move. Thank you. It's frustrating. Alright, so now the good stuff's coming. We're going to get out of this life zone and see what we do standard damage wise. So there's the end of the life zone. It's a very short zone, is it not?
I know why
No, you
you're
don't.
here.
You've not figured it out, no at all. We have this conversation every time I come here. You simply do not know why I'm here. I am here to check out and assess some numbers, attack damage numbers in particular, for Skylanders research. Not to seek information on the Golden Queen, or any other supervillain, or Doom Raider. I just want to know how much damage the characters do. So, alright, let's get over here. Let's try to AFK it here.
Stronger in this zone.
If he would come. 36, 36, 54. Let's get him to run through here. Wow. Rapid damage.
Looks like
So
this
36 to
already got
54.
sealed off due
That's
to
basically
enemy
what we need to call that.
infestation.
And
Good
that's
thing
fine with
I
me, so,
always come prepared.
um,
And by that I mean holding
blah,
a
blah,
bomb.
blah, blah, blah,
Just
blah.
throw this-
Thank you. Alright, so, on Pouncy Pouncer, Poison Ivy, we still got 20 seconds of that. Its damage goes from 20 to 30 all the way to 36 to 54, which is actually a pretty big increase, almost double the damage. Powerful Pounce, you're in Pounce mode, the secondary attack. It doesn't actually apply to the primary attack. You're still doing the 99 to 148 there. You're still doing the same damage with the Glaive Wave there. Whatever that may be, depending on your path. In our case, 39.58 down Pouncy Pouncer. But when you come in to Pounce mode and you use the tertiary attack, the Warblade Stab, if you will, you're gonna do 504 to 756, which is nuts. That's juggernaut numbers right there, just down a path. Then, when you're in your 20 seconds worth of Pounce mode, and you've got the Clover doing 30, or I guess the Poison Ivy, I should say, doing 36 to 54 to all enemies who you get to run through it, or who incidentally contact it, you can pick up, I'd say probably a good case scenario, 5, but all we saw in our like 3 run-throughs was like 4. But plus 20, it's not plus 5, plus 5, plus 5. I'm getting a plus 20 on this thing. For example, right now there's a pretzel, which we won't eat. I'll just simply get in here, and I've regened my health. Now we've more than regened our health. We've more than regened our health. And there. I mean, so there's probably a science to it. I don't know if it's maybe the clovers in the air, and you can try to catch those, or if you just, it's not even applicable to that. They all look like clovers to me, for what it's worth. But not all of them give us the plus 20. So basically you just run around linearly or in circles. That way you're less likely to pop out of it and lose some valuable time. But you can essentially gain 80 health back with no problems if you're staying in for the full duration. So it's a pretty impressive path, and then you tack on the Soul Gem with 200 to 300 and good range, as you've seen here, and she's just a great character. So me personally, I would have to give my endorsement to, pretty bad drum roll there, I don't even know if you can hear it, it was a desk, there's a peppermint wrapper, but Pouncy Pouncer wins out. This is a no contest for me. It's a far superior path in my opinion. The fact that it takes what I think is her coolest attack, the Tertiary Warblade Stab, and just turns it to a 500 plus standard side attack is very significant in and of itself. The fact that the Poison Ivy jumps up to 36 damage, that's stuff that can kill Garden Variety enemies very quickly. It's also easy control. You've got 20 seconds with it, and then toss in the fact she can regenerate health while you're either damaging the enemies that run through or to the Poison Ivy, or when you're regenerating health, you can then spawn out with the tertiary attack and do 500 to 756 damage. It just outclasses Warblade Whacker in every way. Warblade Whacker not bad, but compared to this, this is one of those rare cases where I can honestly say there's no contest. If you got 2 Tuff Lucks, by all means, take them accordingly down each path. If you prefer the primary attack, some of you may hate the tertiary, or I think it's like the greatest thing since sliced bread here, and I'm all up in arms about how fantastic it is. The rainbow changes damage, and it does 500 plus. If you maybe think, oh, that's too OP, or you think, that's hard to control, I prefer just spamming the X button, the primary attack, then yeah, Warblade Whacker's great. But for the vast majority of people, veteran players, people just looking for the best damage, and really newcomers, in my opinion. I mean, you can press the tertiary attack button just as easy as you can secondary. And to be fair, I think it would actually be easier to master just running around in the circle, letting Poison Ivy kill enemies while you regen health with 4-leaf clover, than it would be to consistently get those combos to fire off. Although the game has progressively gotten better with that, in my opinion. I didn't think it was bad in SSA and then Giants and Swap Force. Like, my rate of firing off a combo when I desire drops significantly. But here with the Xbox One too, maybe over the Wii U, it's a little bit smoother in that regard. But for me personally, again, this is a no contest. It is 100% definitive. If you ask me in the comments section today, tomorrow, 2 years from now, hey, what path should I take for Tough Luck? I will look at you, I will slap you across the face, and I will say, Pouncy Pouncer. But it's honestly, I mean, it's not close in my opinion. It's just a far, far superior path. The regenerative abilities, coupled with this insane damage numbers from Powerful Pounce, it's really just something that I wouldn't understand you doing. Unless, of course, you're a huge fan of the primary, as we've talked about, or you're just like, I want the challenge type of a thing. But that said, that is it for Tough Luck. I'm pretty happy with her. I wish I hadn't had to reset her to do this, but that's kind of the fate you have to take, all in the name of Skylanders research. So hopefully this benefits you. You learned something. Maybe you took Warblade Whacker and you're like, dang it, I started to take Pouncy Pouncer. I'm going to have to go reset my character. Or you have already maxed her out, she's level 20, and you're like, oh, jeez, I should have taken that other path. It happens, don't worry, it happens to me all the time. But and like I said, some of you might honestly prefer the other, but to me it's a no contest. And nonetheless, I hope you learned something, you had a little fun here. And if you'd like access to my exclusive attack damage number spreadsheets, oneofwisdom.com or the Skylander Club Forum, I'll have links in the description to both sites. You can come in, you can take a look at my easy-to-read spreadsheet and kind of do your own assessment, if you will. So that's it. Thanks so much for watching. You can follow me on Twitch, follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook, circle me on Google+, whichever you prefer. I'll end this session of Skylanders Research, and I will catch you back here for our next Skylanders Trap Team upgrade session.